Good morning and welcome to our daily devotional from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn. Very glad to have you with us on this Friday, May the 6th, 2022, as we continue our look at Revelation chapter 7. And we're going to be reading the last three verses of Revelation chapter 7. I'll offer a few reflections and then close us with prayer. So this is Revelation chapter 7, verses 15 through 17. And I've lost my place here, so bear with me just a moment. So Revelation 7, 15 through 17. For this reason, they are before the throne of God and worship him day and night within his temple. And the one who is seated on the throne will shelter them. They will hunger no more and thirst no more. The sun will not strike them, nor any scorching heat. For the Lamb at the center of the throne will be their shepherd, and he will guide them to springs of the water of life, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. In this passage, again, we're talking about the multitude gathered around the throne in John's vision of heaven. And this multitude is worshiping God day and night. This is the picture of heaven that is most prominent among us, which is that in Christian history, that heaven consists of our worshiping God day and night. I wonder if there may be better ways for us to express this, given that we no longer live in a monarchy, or at least one in which a king or a queen is praised in this way. There may be better ways, as I mentioned, to express worship. But the focus here in these verses, last two verses, is on the multitude surrounding the throne. And in these verses are expressed God's love for people, and especially for those who have suffered. The grammatical tense here suggests that these are people who have experienced hunger, who have experienced thirst, and who have been exposed to the elements. And they're told that in a very powerful way that they will hunger no more and thirst no more, and the sun will not strike them. It's an extraordinary reminder that with all that's happening in the book of Revelation, the chaos, the violence, all of the graphic visions, that underneath that is this love and care and concern for God's people. And then finally, in the last verse here, the Lamb will be their shepherd. Quite an image there for the Lamb to be leading the people, a complete reversal, and he will guide them to springs of the water of life. So, and every tear will be wiped from their eyes. There is a very well-earned message, I think, here in Revelation, which is that in the midst of a chaotic and violent world, which is true, very true of the world that we live in now, that in the middle of that is this powerful message about God's love for the multitudes and for those who are suffering in this way, and being led by a lamb to water of life. Let's close with this word of prayer. O God, who art so near that thou cannot be any nearer, whose spirit mingles with our own as sunshine in the air, even this does not content us unless we can feel thy presence and see thy light and look upon thy face. We know thou art in our minds, yet thou art always a step beyond our thoughts, and we long to speak with thee as a friend with friend. In the stillness of the chamber, under the silence of the stars, we know thou art, but oh, that thou couldst call us as a mother calls her child. We believe thou art near, for suddenly our hearts grow still, heavenly thoughts stir within the mind. In sad and lonely hours we smile and know not why. But oh, that we could feel thee like the wind upon our cheeks, like the tide about the shore, like a hand within our own. We could understand thy love if it were warm with our own humanity. We could even dare to love thee if thou wouldst clothe thyself in our frail form. We could trust ourselves to life if thou couldst consent to walk our ways, endure our sorrows, and taste the bitterness of death. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me this morning from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, and I hope that you have a very good day. Goodbye.